Hey everyone, I'm Risa Patron. I'm the social jockey for Calliope Games, and we are here today to do a playthrough of Enchanted Plumes, one of the 3 games in the Calliope Game Night Extravaganza, which is live now on Kickstarter. I am here today with Brendan Hansen, the designer of Enchanted Plumes.
Hi,
Hi.
Risa. So
Hi.
excited to be here. Excited to play Enchanted Plumes with all of you.
So excited to have you. We are here with Spencer, the test dummy and good friend of Brendan. Hi, Spencer.
Hello, nice to meet you and nice to see you.
And we are here with Chris Leader, the director of fun, trademark, of Calliope Games. How are
That's
you,
me.
Chris?
Hi, how are you?
We're doing good. We're here. We're going to play a game on Tabletop Simulator, which is something that you guys can do right now. As long as the Kickstarter is live, you can go ahead and click it, load it up, and get a feel for the game and how it works. So Chris is going to take us through right now for setup and how to get going with it. We'll do a quick explanation of the game, and we'll get right into it.
Yes. So you've loaded Enchanted Plumes on Tabletop Simulator. Let's talk about what you're going to find here. So in Enchanted Plumes, there is a kind of a variable setup based on the player count. And what we've done when you first load it up is you'll see the main deck of cards. You'll see the peahen put to the side. And then you'll see piles of the 9 valued cards, the 8s, and the 7s. And these are in all the different colors. When you're playing with 5 or 6 players, you're going to use all of these cards. But if you're playing with 4 players, you're going to take out the 9s. If you're playing with 3 players, you're going to take out the 9s and the 8s. And if you're playing with 2 players, you're going to take out all of these cards. So you can just highlight them and delete them right out of the game or throw them off the table virtually into the wonderful forest world that we're in right now. And we have the rule book sitting up here as well. So if you need to peruse the rules, you can check that out over there. Nice thing about Enchanted Plumes is it's very simple as far as components go. It's a card game. There's no meeples, no coins, nothing like that. This is just straight cards. So we've got all the stuff laid out here, and we tried to make it easy for people to be able to separate out what they need and then go from there. So you want me to set this deck up and get us going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yep.
so like I said, we're going to get rid of the 9s. So I'm just going to poof those right off into non-existence. I'm going to take this group. We're going to put that in here. There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to grab this whole thing, put it in here. So now we're going to give this a little crazy old shuffle. And
Always have to shuffle it multiple times.
many, 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 many times. And then we need to grab the 9 cards for everybody.
Great.
So in this, I am so bad at Tabletop Simulator as far as dealing, because I always end up hitting a button and like one player gets the entire deck. So I would say if everyone just wants to reach on in and grab 9 cards off of there, that would be totally cool.
All right, and I do that by just clicking on it and pressing the number 9.
Press the number 9, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or you could do it the old-fashioned way and literally pull one card at a time.
I have
don't-
all of them.
We don't want to do that.
Okay, so
All right,
now
so-
we get to test how you do the groups of cards to put back.
Yes. Now, Brendan, tell us if you're playing this as the designer of the game.
Yes.
What are you looking for as far as what you might want in your opening hand of 6 cards? Because you're going to end up pitching 3 of them back into the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking for low value cards because I want to create a base. Those are the things that I want the most of generally because it's going to allow me to expand quickly. But I also want high cards in those same colors. And I want to make sure I'm grouping into 2 or 3 different colors so I'm not overextending too much. I like to start in as few of colors as I can make work with what I'm given. So I have a solid plan for a whole peacock. But starting low, definitely the way to go.
Okay, I realized what happened. I will play the role of someone who doesn't know how Tabletop Simulator works. And what I realized is that, and everyone's looking at my screen, by the way. So if you're watching this, you're seeing my screen. You get to play with me. This is good. I have 9 cards, and then I saw 9 cards on the table and 9 cards in front of me, and I thought I grabbed 18 cards, but they're the same cards. So I already put 1 back, so I just have to pick 2 more to put back. And they're going to be...
Change my rotation to 90. That's going to make things a lot.
Oops, I don't want to flip them all.
Is that right?
Okay. Out of curiosity, can you guys see my cards right now?
No,
No.
we only
No.
see
Okay.
when they're in your hand, all we see is the back of the deck.
Okay.
And when you take it out, yeah. So we won't
Got
see
it. Again, I'm playing the role. I'll probably edit that part out, but reminder to
Oh,
reset.
that's okay. That's okay. If you got the question, it means somebody out there's got the question.
That's very true.
So if you out there had that same question as Risa and she answered it for you because you're new to Tabletop Simulator, send her a thank you note. She's at 123 Georgia Lane, Georgia.
If you actually live at that address, I'm so sorry. It's funny. I don't even live in Georgia. No, that's true. I do. I do live in Georgia.
Wow, just lying about everything now.
There's not even bluffing in this game. Well, there could be a little bit.
There's
a little bit.
A little bit.
I feel like
do
there
we all
is when
have-
I play.
Do we all have 6 cards in our hand at this point?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we've all thrown our 3 cards that we're not using back in here. So we're going to reshuffle all of this. And then we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to shuffle a peahen in with this little group right here. And this will go to the bottom of the deck. So in the 8 cards at the bottom will be the peahen. And then we are going to flip out the next 5 cards here.
And Chris, what does the peahen do?
So the peahen is the end game, is the timer. So when the peahen arrives, game ends. So the whole point of Enchanted Plumes is to build gorgeous, exquisite, colorful plumes. And I don't know why I'm telling you. This should be Brendan talking about this. What's the point of this game, Brendan?
The whole point is to build beautiful, exquisite plumes. Card by card, row by row, to bring together the most beautiful, magical peacocks imaginable. And to really just outshine all the fellow peacocks at the table.
And you want to catch the eye of the peahen. And that's why she shuffled in to the bottom, because as soon as the peahen is drawn, the game ends immediately. So there are 62 cards in the deck right now, and in the bottom 8 of those is the peahen. So that's the timer of the game, and when the peahen arrives, that's when we're going to do our final scoring. So let's see. I'm trying to remember, and I don't know if I can remember this. What is the...
Who has most recently seen a peacock?
That's right.
Ooh,
So
goodness.
my goodness.
I've been outside my house, so this is hard.
I saw a dog in a peacock costume.
I think that's kind of close. I would.
By 2020 rules, yeah, that's probably a peacock.
That's
You
yeah.
know?
Or
Yeah.
it could have been a 2020 fever dream because you don't know. But okay.
I'm
So-
pretty sure it's somewhere on the Calliope Twitter, so you can fact check me on this. There is a dog in a peacock outfit.
Nice. All right, so Risa, you're going to go first, and the flow of the game is simply you play cards, then you replenish your hand. So when you play cards, you have to play either 1 or 2 cards from your hand to either begin or continue a plume.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and play. And it's 1 or 2 cards. I'm going to play 2 because even though Brendan and I talked about how you don't have to play 2 cards all the time, I can't help myself. So I'm going to start with 2 cards.
All right. And then you have now played 2 cards.
Yeah.
So now you've got to replenish. And when you replenish your hand, you can either draw from the top of the deck, or you can swap cards from your hand with cards from the train. So swap 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Or you can do, so it's either draw 2, swap 2, or draw 1 and swap 1. So those are your 3 options.
All right. I'm going to... I'm going to swap... Yeah, I'm going to take that one. Nope. That one. And I'm going to put out... Nope. Yes. Got it.
Nice.
All right. And then this is going to come to my hand. Did I get it? Did it come in? Yes,
There you
it
go.
did.
You got it.
Again, if you're new to Tabletop Simulator, just follow along with me. And I'm going to take one from the top.
And so Risa just put back the blue 5, and in Enchanted Plumes, with the setup we're using, there's one value for each feather card ranging from 0 to 8 with the setup we have. So this is the only blue 5 in the game.
Yes.
Just so if you're at home and curious about the rules, each card in the game is unique.
And if you understand why her putting that 5 there was such a horrible move, you're ahead of everybody. No, I'm kidding. Yes, for a moment she was like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
The train stresses me out. All right.
I
So,
believe it is
over to Spencer.
my turn. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm also playing 2 cards because I am also a fool.
Ooh, and this is what I like. This is what I love about the game. So both of you have now played yellow cards.
Mm-hmm.
And as Brendan said, there's only the 9 yellow cards in the whole deck. So it's very interesting when you start to see repeated colors in different plumes. Who's playing chicken with who at this point is what I like to
Yeah.
It's all about playing those mind games.
Oh, I'm so good at mind games, she says nervously.
So I'm going to draw 1 card, see what it is. And can I, from that drawn card, swap it immediately with something in the train?
Yes.
Perfect. Because I super don't want this. I forgot exactly how to rotate perfectly, so we're just going to do that, and I'm going to pick up this card.
You
Thank
click
you.
up at the top. There's a little weightlifter, and next to it there's a degree. You can click that until it goes to 90 degrees. That
Wonderful.
makes your life much easier.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you
If
so
you're on the
much.
side like we are, we're the side people.
Yeah, I have to rotate my camera at odd angles, just like a real table having to reach across.
There you go.
Okay, so you're all good, Spencer. I'm going to start. I'm starting 2 as well. 2 is always. I think 2 early is good. It's the mid game where it gets a little dicier sometimes.
Yes.
You plan out that perfect play. Interesting.
I'm trying to adjust my camera so everybody can see the values as good as possible, as well as possible. What's the correct grammar for that?
As
Either
best
way.
as possible. There you
Ooh,
go.
I like that. As best as possible. And then I'll zoom out as the peacocks begin to form.
All right, I missed it, Brendan. Did you replenish? Are you all good?
I replenished. I'm all good. Yeah, I drew 2.
I am also going to come in with the 2 cards, and I'm going to go with an even lower turquoise color, a
Ooh.
Z0, and I'm going to go blood red. And I am going to definitely swap
Nice pickup.
this. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Wait, no, you need to come up here into my hand or else. And then I'm going to draw 1 off the top. I'm done.
All right, it is back to me now. And I am going to... Oh, I didn't think this through at all.
So while Reese is thinking about her turn, I just wanted to say, so Brendan, the long and winding road of peacocks becoming enchanted plumes. I remember playing this for the first time with Alex Cutler. I think it was back in like '09 or something. I don't know when it was, but it was a long time ago. And it was at Toy Fair in New York. And
Yeah.
I immediately fell in love with the game. I just thought it was really cool. So I get pitched a lot of games at Toy Fairs, and this one stuck out to me as just a really smooth card game. We had a really good time. And if I remember correctly, my next meeting got bumped by about 15 minutes because we were playing and I didn't want to stop. So
Amazing.
it's always a good sign when I want to bump another meeting to finish playing a game. So it's been a long road, but I think even then we thought, boy, if we get this thing, we could make some really beautiful art with it, and I'm really happy with how it's come along.
Yeah, I'm watching. You talked about the long road of peacocks to enchanted plumes, and I sort of never imagined the art would be this good. I was so excited when it came to y'all, and what Echo Chernick did with the art is just phenomenal. The cards are so beautiful, and it really brings that vision. We'll see it grow over the course of this game, of course, but just seeing the table filled with Echo's art is a treat. And I love that anecdote, Chris, of hearing you actually bumped a meeting. That's probably going to be the most successful pitch on my behalf ever. So that's lovely.
It was good. It was good. And
Happy.
And at the time, I think there was a token for the head of the peacock was the idea when you would finish it. And it was in the development process that Ray was like, we could A, save money, and B, actually develop something interesting if you actually played a card face down, but it was the head of the peacock that you played. And I remember reaching out to you to be like, does this break your game? It was like, because we kind of have this idea.
And it was the best development idea ever. It put just the right amount of extra hidden information that, like, I think took the game over the edge. I love that change so much. Yeah,
I liked it because you can't. There's no way you can count cards. So you can't.
Exactly.
You just and you don't know the value of that final one. You don't know if they've taken the color that you wanted.
Yeah.
So there's something about it that just. I mean, the game was fantastic. Obviously, it was meeting bumpingly good. And then that was just a little tiny wrinkle we were able to put on it to have some fun.
Yeah, that rule change it sort of blew my mind because Enchanted Plumes is really it's a very simple rule set. So having a change like that just to shake things up was so smart. Folks might not even know what we're talking about if they're new to the game, but basically we're going to build our peacocks here row by row, column by column, going down as we go. You have to only play colors in your peacock. Is it my turn, Spencer?
It is your turn now.
Okay.
You all were talking, so I just wanted to let you go for a
Yep,
bit.
same.
No,
We're
yeah.
just playing.
Sorry.
Yes, a half hour in, let's get to how you actually play the game.
Yeah. So each time we play cards, well, I guess now I should draw. Sorry. It's tough to think and explain at the same time. Who knew? Oh goodness, what am I doing? This play was atrocious. Let's see how this goes.
It's okay if you're following with me, which you are because you're watching this. You'll see that I'm not really optimized for success right now, and so the first row of cards will actually count against your score. It's a negative score, which is why I'm freaking out about my 3, and Brendan is freaking out about it. Are those 2 4s?
Thankfully, no. Two twos.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of times peacocks, Enchanted Plumes and building your peacocks ends up being about hubris, and the hand of cards I've been dealt just very much is asking me how big of a head do I think I have.
Is it over to me?
It's over to you.
Okay,
Chris,
so
yeah.
this is the no ego move right here. Are you ready?
Okay.
I'm going to finish this peacock right
Nice.
here. So you can. This is the smallest possible peacock that you can build. The plume can be just 3. So when you play the one that caps it off, whether my top row had been 8 and then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, when you play the bottom one, you play it face down. So it has to be one of these 2 colors, but you don't know what color or what number that I've played here. So that is now hidden information, and that's what got changed in the game a little bit during development. So this peacock is now done, and what's nice is in the end game, once that peahen comes out, I will score a bonus 3 points because every completed peacock, one that goes all the way down to 1, you get a point for every card in that peacock. So I'm putting that aside. So some people will play to build lots of little peacocks and complete them. Some people will play to have this enormous rainbow peacock that is just amazing. And neither strategy is necessarily better or worse than the other. It just kind of shakes down on, what you end up being able to do. If you can actually pull off that giant peacock, it could be amazing, but it becomes much more difficult as the game goes on. So I played 1 card to finish this, and then I'm going to put out this little beautiful pinky right there. So I've played 2. I'm just going to draw 2 from the top of the deck, and we'll see what happens. And it's over to you, Risa.
All right. I do not have the best hand. So I am going to just play 1 card again, and I'm going to start a new. Am I going to start a new one? No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
And that's and again, that's another thing that you can always start another peacock, even if you haven't completed a prior one. And
Yeah, I'm trying to decide my cost benefit analysis here. Is it worth it? It probably was a mistake to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to swap that one.
Risa's making it sound like Enchanted Plumes needs spreadsheets.
Peacock math.
If you only knew how many spreadsheets I look at in a day.
Where's your slide ruler to figure things out?
No, come back.
Abacus.
Yeah.
Abacus.
I did actually know how to use an abacus once in my life, and I have forgotten. But
That's
I actually learned how to do it in school. Those are the things that they teach you in school.
In Abacus College.
In Abacus College.
Abacus College.
And then I'm going to... I guess I'm going to draw. I'm pressing my luck here. But
Oh, I love it. I love it. Little things like that.
there is something, again, if you're following along with me, there is something up on the train that I could use, but I'm holding out for a higher value.
Yes, definitely tell the people watching about your hand, and we won't listen.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Listen, I've already given up winning this game, so I exist for the people. I'm here for you. I'm here for you watching this game.
Play that one right there.
Is there a one hanging out over here for anybody else?
Yeah. Right,
There's a
yeah.
what?
Wait, let me...
Is this Risa? Is this your card?
That was my card. I was thinking about that before. Wait, where is it? There it... Yes.
Here, yeah.
Here,
Okay.
in front of you.
So that was supposed to be the card I was going to play, and I played the 3 instead because I couldn't find it. I thought I had set myself up to play the 1, and then I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh, I guess I must have accidentally put it in the train. So that was supposed to be what the 3 is. And I was
Full
just like,
credit
well,
to Risa for that demonstration of being new to tabletop.
that's how Tabletop Simulator works. That's
Well,
why you need
I can't
the
tell you how
actual
many times
game.
I've played games on Tabletop Simulator where it's like, hey, what's this meeple out here? It's like,
But I guess that just goes to show you why you need to back the Kickstarter and get the actual physical copy of this game. Because then you don't have to worry about Tabletop Simulator. Not that it's not wonderful, but you won't have just random ones hanging out at the side of the table.
Literally floating off the table.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the International Space Station, then all bets off.
Oh, if we can get a copy
Can
of this
we-
game up there.
Yeah,
Please. Did you complete your turn, Spencer?
Yes, I am done. I
Okay.
apologize.
No, don't apologize. I just want to make sure. Am I actually going to do this? I'll do this.
I'm trying to do a little like pan and scan so everyone can see what everyone else is working on, but I'm also remembering how to do that. Which is why at one point everybody was on a roller coaster. We were just spinning. It was great.
And you're good to go, Chris.
All right, so I am going to play 2. I'm going to put a little blue, a little white, and then I'm going to, oh dear, what do I want to do?
No, that wasn't me being happy about my strategy. That was me being happy I figured out how the camera works.
Nice. I'm going to go take this, and I'm going to go ahead and trading down just a little bit. I'm going to take this, and then it's over to you, Lisa.
Oh, man. You've made my life very difficult. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. So I'm going to start my second row. And I'm going to do that. Oh, let me scoot it over a little bit.
You know, some people are really good at like looking at everybody else and deciding. When it comes time for me, I sometimes just only pay attention to what I need. And then I realize after I've done it, I'm like, oh, I just gave them the card they needed because, I'm just dumb that way. Sometimes I just forget.
No, we're friends, Chris. That's why you're giving me all the
you're just
cards
in
that
a
I
giving
need.
mood.
So I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to swap it out for, wait, come back. But then again, I'm also handing Spencer everything that they need. So
Ooh.
it all works out. This is going to come into my hand and not across the board. I'm not floating into space. Come on. So the problem also is that every time I try to bring it into my hand, I drag it to my other monitor instead, and it doesn't want to go that way. And then I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to trade it with, ooh, which one am I going to trade it with? Not that one. Otherwise, I can't. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. We've given up on yellow.
That's right. Once you move to the lower row and you do not carry over a color to the next row, well, not that you've gotten to that point yet, but if you were to play like a purple card here, then you will have effectively stopped yellow from being a color that can take place in the lower rows of your team.
Yeah. And I do happen to notice that I have a 3 in the first row and a 1 in the second row, but I mean, it's fine.
Fine.
Sometimes you do what you got to do.
You're still ahead, I think. The 1 and the 6, and this is only
That's
3
true.
So
as long as it's positive.
It's not super great, but as you start to add more stuff there, I think you're going to be in good shape.
Especially if you complete that, it'd be a lot of bonus points.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Sweet. I am going to play 2 and actually complete this one.
Rules are tiny.
Just shrank.
It's a business card pamphlet. Right there.
And then I'm going to draw. Let's see here. I'm just going to draw 2. My hand is looking pretty meager at this point.
Show me up with your giant completed peacock.
You know, you gotta attract that peahen. You said catch the eye of the peahen. That's what I'm trying to do.
Gotta give her a little shake. What did I say in the video? You have to
Mick Jagger
dance
peacock.
like a peacock Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, what do I want to do? I'm being such a fool. I can't believe I'm doing this.
People are like, he designed that game?
Right? That's literally what's going to happen.
No pressure, but you have to win this game.
I don't know that I'm playing a winning strategy, but we'll see.
All right. You're all done over there, right?
I'm all done. Yep, all sorted.
All right. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to draw 2.
Okay. Wow. There's a lot happening. I'm going to... Did I have a plan? I did have a plan, but I did not have a long enough plan.
Things that Hannibal from the A-Team never said. Did I have a plan? Yeah, no, plan wasn't a very long plan. No.
I'm thinking that with the cards that I have, I probably should have put that purple in a different plume so I could have quickly finished it out. But that's okay. It's fine. Now, okay, here's a problem that I have. If I play another card, I'm down to 2, and I'm going to want to swap. So I think I'm only going to play 1 card this round. That way I can draw up and start replenishing my hand a bit. Because every time you swap, you don't get more cards.
Right. You being smart.
All right, I'm going to do that.
That's a problem I worked my way into.
Nope, that's the other way.
Yeah, that's why I believe this game is as much about hand management as it is about anything else.
And
Definitely.
then I'm going to draw another one. Actually, that actually kind of worked for me.
Oh.
Did it fall off the board again?
Oh,
I
there
think
it goes.
There it is.
It was this one. Where'd it go?
It's right here.
I'll just grab that.
That's supposed to be here,
No,
though, right?
where'd it go? Oh, that, yeah, you're right. Oh, I see. So I grabbed it from, okay. So I didn't grab the card that I was supposed to grab. It's my computer, you guys. It's working overtime. You know, if I had just gone for reds at the beginning, I could have had an all red peacock. I think I had every single red card so far. But I've just been passing them out, and Spencer's been grabbing them up.
I mean, it's my turn, and I am playing that red 0. But I will, in fact, what I'm going to do is swap out this guy for this one.
Can I also say that this is the most civil game of this I've seen? When I play this game physically with people, you get called a lot of names. There's a lot of like, oh, don't do it, no, like that kind of thing. So there's definitely, friendships get tested when you play Enchanted Plumes. It can be the friendliest game. I play with my kids, it's fine. But if you play with people who know how to screw other people over, it takes on a whole new life.
I sat with some quiet agony a few turns ago when Risa pulled a purple 6. I was like, oh, I'm melting.
I will say, well, peacocks in real life are quite big jerks sometimes, so that's really not surprising.
It's thematic.
Yeah, it's very thematic.
All right.
Are you done, Spencer?
I am done. Yes.
Okay,
I
sorry.
apologize.
I was just chilling. Okay. It's so. What is even in here? Y'all, these are the wrong colors.
And that's one thing I want to point out to everybody is that the actual colors are different, but for people who have trouble with colors, every eye of every feather of the color is different from every other color's eye. And we tried very hard to make the ones that are similar be very, very different in how they look. So hopefully that will help distinguish them.
Another thing about the card that I really loved is when you're holding them all, down at the bottom, on the bottom right side, has that little dot of color too. So there's just like lots of different places that you can arrange them in your hands and different ways that you can look at them to look at the colors. Obviously less of a deal here when we're playing on tabletop, but
Right.
yeah.
All right. Have you done your thing?
Oh, yes. I'm done with my turn.
I
Apologies.
and then I forget. So we're going to do this. And
Nice.
we're going to do this. And
Brendan, I remember very clearly when I was interviewing you and asking questions, you said it was okay to kind of spread yourself widely as long as
Yes.
you can finish them. And you are really testing that theory right now.
I wasn't sure if you were going to go with the you only have to finish them by the end of the game or the you told me you didn't have to play 2 every turn.
I would lie.
Both of which are true, but oh, I'm being a greed monster. We'll see.
All right, Risa.
Okay.
What you got?
Oh, that's a great question. Actually, I got some good stuff here. Right? Do you see what I see, people at home? All right.
Yeah. It's like a kid's show.
Should I play
what I
this
have?
card? No. This
see what I have?
card?
And then Risa's talking backpack comes over and is like, "Are we out of tequila?"
My last name is Patron. All right, that's what I'm doing, and let me take a peek here. All right, we're gonna let the deck decide what our next move's gonna be, and this is also like you're running a risk because every time you draw from the deck, you get closer and closer to the peahen. So you kind of have to cost-benefit analysis here.
Again, slide rulers. Basically, Risa's got that team from Apollo 13 in the other room. Work the problem, people.
Do you see what I'm seeing? Do you see what my thing? You guys don't, but everybody else sees what I'm seeing. This is not a good start of a peacock, is all I'm going to say.
Listen,
All right.
we don't need your attitude. All right, we're having fun over here, Risa.
I have to win with math. Win with the power of math.
See, that's what that Barbie should have said a long time ago. When you pull the thing instead of math class is hard, she just said, "I have to win with math."
I did also used to teach math, so this is actually, speaking of, I would love to bring this game into a classroom. I used to teach 1st, 2nd, and 5th, not at the same time, but I could see this game being used with all of those grades in different capacities. You could work with like
Nice.
probability, statistics. You could, like, for the older grades, not the first graders, obviously, but this is great for working addition and subtraction. It's good for color, like, matching. This is an excellent game for a classroom.
I love that. That makes me so happy to hear.
Yeah, in fact, I'm already thinking of teacher friends, and I'm going to be like, you should get this game. Teachers, back it.
We always know that the game is good for Calliope if we know that we can make lesson plans for it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We do. We really have a lot of lesson plans for a lot of the different games that we have. Well, we're going with 2. We're down to 32 cards. We are halfway through that deck, so we are moving down.
Oh no.
I have to say, Brendan, this one that you have with the purple and the green and the teal is my favorite color combination. Actually, the cobalt, the like blue with the pink magenta, is also a fantastic color combination. These are the things that I look at.
All right, you are fully replenished over there, Brendan?
I am. Sorry, I have to swap
sorry.
one more. My
Swapping that one.
apologies. Okay.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and make life real easy here. I'm just going to put a 1 here. And I'm going to empty my hand and
Wow.
complete another little peacock.
3.
I have to draw
It's
2.
quite the strategy there.
This is risky.
Hmm.
Who knows
over
what
quality.
If I
Chris just drew into?
Because if I just drew like 2 8s or something like that, I am now in real trouble.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have a plan.
Again, great Hannibal line from the 18th.
I think.
I think I have a plan. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move that over, and we're going to finish a peacock.
Nice.
I do like how there's this big area over here that Brendan refuses to use because he's going to go over here and just crowd Spencer. And
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's getting a little cramped, but I didn't want to be that person.
The rule book was over here. It felt like the rule book's quadrant. I didn't want to.
The rule book's quadrant.
It even shrank down to show you that you had more room, Brendan.
Yeah, it subliminally was telling me to come in, and I couldn't get the picture. Oh my.
Let's draw one first.
See, that's how you really cap.
That is one giant peacock. What just fell off the table? Are you dropping stuff over here again, Risa?
Did I drop something again?
This one here, was that in here?
I think it was here.
Yeah.
It was here.
So not every time, but I've been trying to go and grab cards out of the draw, and then my computer doesn't realize that I've clicked until I'm halfway over the peacock.
Then you're starting a new peacock with the 2, yeah?
Yeah. So that's supposed to be there. And then I've drawn one, and then I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna swap. Let's go with this one because the other one might help somebody, and I don't want that. I mean, we all get along here. Everything's fine. We're all happy.
All copacetic.
Yeah. All right. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
You're good? All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just keep going for it at this point.
Wide.
I don't know. I know we're getting close down to it, but you know what? I'm going to be risky. I'm going to draw 2.
And that's the thing,
my.
you can never have 7 cards. You can only have 6 in your hand. So it sometimes can be beneficial to try to run that deck through as fast as you can if you think that you can get other people to not finish. But you can't game the system because you can't have that many cards in your hand.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have one more play developing here. So, on your turn, I have a question for you, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
How many games did it take you to feel like you were good at Enchanted Plumes?
Oh my goodness. I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah, same. Same.
Because, yeah, I definitely don't feel like I'm great at it.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw 1. And then I'm going to draw another one. Yeah, I feel like there's some games where I feel like I've got a hang for what's happening, and I feel like I've got a good plan. But then I'll see what somebody else is doing, and I realize that I'm sucking miserably. So, but for me, I just try to have fun building the ones that I'm building, and it's kind of one of those. There's some games where I pay a ton of attention to the score throughout the game. I'm trying to kind of see where people are at. With this one, I actually have more fun when I'm just building what I'm building, and then at the end you just see how things shake out. Because I find that I have a little bit less enjoyment when I pull what I call a Risa and I go all mathy on things.
What are you talking about? I'm not counting cards right now to realize that I'd have no hope of doing what I'm intending to do.
No, Risa's got an entire other monitor with just cards, and it's like the Matrix. It's like numbers running. It's kind of like the background of Jurassic Park, where there's all those, the number sequences are running the DNA. She's got all that running in the background.
I need to stop picking up the deck. I
was going to say, you're just going to take the whole deck now.
Give me the one. What?
So if you just want to take one, hover over it, press 1.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
It worked.
This is, again, no indication of Enchanted Plumes. This is Tabletop Simulator being silly.
This is how does Risa work Tabletop Simulator.
Sometimes.
Okay. Oh.
I'm glad to know, Brendan, that you feel the same way. That it's hard to be an expert at this. You can feel like you've got things under control, but it's hard to feel like you've ever mastered it.
Totally. There's so many choices in the game that I don't. Yeah, just fully exploring the systems. It's a lot of fun, and I agree with you, Chris. There's just this like simple joy to playing and seeing your peacocks grow, and it can definitely be a very chill and relaxing game as well as a cutthroat game. Yeah. It can go both directions.
Well, and it personally, it feels tense as it goes. So you've got this peacock over here where you need another card here and you need a card at the bottom. Now maybe you've got those in your hand. But if you don't, I've had many games where I have a peacock that looks just like that. I don't have a single green or a single purple. There's no purple or green in the train. You see that other people have used some of these colors, and all you're hoping for is that it gets to you so that you can grab a purple that you need to keep things going. And so that's not something necessarily that other players are putting on you. It's a Machiavellian system of your own creation that now you have to try to escape from, and I absolutely love that. It's like a little mini escape room in the form of peacock feathers.
Totally, and I am dying over here. It's excruciating.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Because it's not happening to me.
Because this is the tough thing right now. Okay, so how many cards are there? There's 18 cards.
I'm doomed.
If you get to a place where you have to start another peacock, you are now putting more cards in the top row like you're doing. And it's a 3. So it's not even like it's a 0 where you're like, well, I know I've got this 0 I can deal with. Now you're like, oh my gosh, I might be burying myself with what I'm putting out.
And I'm putting out a 5.
And you're putting out -8 so far right here.
Oh, God.
And then you're going to grab 2.
I will say, I just looked at Brendan's cards and saw that he needed a blue, and I was going to trade in a blue, and then you made that point, and I was like, wait a minute, let's be a little cutthroat now. There's no more niceties.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And that gets tough.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered that even if I complete my plan, if the peahen doesn't show by the time I've completed it, I'm going to have to start another one, and that's
okay,
scary.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put down... You're done over there, right, Brian?
Yes, totally. All
I'm
done.
Put down this 4, which did not want to do. And I'm in a situation where I am going to give someone something they need, but I have to. So I will put down the one that will hurt me, will help them less. So I can do this. And I swap the 1, and I'm going to draw 1. And that's it.
Okay.
I have officially given up on...
And remember, that peahen is in the bottom 8 of those 15 cards. Could be all the way at the bottom. Could be the top of those 8 cards. We have no idea. And that's, for me personally as a designer, I absolutely love variable endings like that where you can't feel confident. I like that there's no, the first player always is the one that ends it, or the person to the right of the first player. The card comes out and the game is over, which I really like that.
Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to draw one. Okay, and then I'm gonna swap one, and it's gonna be
May.
I was thinking it, and I'm glad you said it.
I will
Nowadays,
say,
it's gotten to the point where now people just text a picture of ramen and you laugh. The layers to that joke.
all
right.
I like every time it's April, getting towards the end of April.
Yep.
You start to see the JT memes. It's gonna be May. I love it.
And just to be clear, you can play multiple colors on the same row, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Keep forgetting I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes. It just means that you potentially are closing off colors you could use in the row below. But yes.
Mm-hmm. That is totally fine. Maybe we'll see. At this point,
there's a coworker I will not name who had that epiphany just this week after having played the game so many times. And that coworker, again, who I will not name, I think probably lost many games not knowing that rule existed.
It's sort of tragic.
And does that coworker have a last name that's also tequila?
No, we will just say her name is Isa Schmatrone.
very incognito.
Gotta call me out like that. It's all good. It's all good.
We'll call her Risa P. No. Our Patron. That's what we'll call her.
Okay.
Gosh, there are so many cards on the table.
Mm-hmm. This is also, when you play the physical version of this game, what's great is watching how people lay out their cards, because they will straddle the cards and they will fan them out to make little like actual plumes. They're never perfectly straight. It's always like these nice little things. And there definitely is, the table does get full of peacock plumes, but it's never in a bad way. It's always in kind of like this kind of beautiful way, which is one of the 400,000 reasons why I'm sad that 2020 went the way it did, because I think that if we'd been able to bring this game to conventions and people were to see it, I think people would have fallen in love with it on the table. It just looks gorgeous.
Yeah, this is a game that you just immediately know what's going on. If you see it on a table and you're like walking by, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yep.
Well, let me sit down and play the next game.
Okay, is it over my way?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to finish this peacock because it's just too close to the end. And then just to get us even closer to the end, I'm going to draw 2.
Oh.
Because I'm that guy. There are 9 cards left.
Is this the Enchanted Plumes equivalent of a Zerg Rush for you?
Yes.
I am 100% a turtler. I play real-time strategy games. I look for the ones that I can actually take the time. I'm going to build a wall, and put the towers up. So I'm not used to Zerg Rush stuff.
I'm up, right?
Yep.
Okay. As I start to put stuff down, I'm like, yeah, I'm up, right? Okay. And then...
Can you finish it?
As long as you don't draw cards, that's great.
Well, you saw something that was in my hand.
No. We were all looking the other way.
Okay.
Oh, see? Plan or no plan, you ended up with 2 complete peacocks that are not inconsiderably sized. Did you? Uh-oh! Did you?
Oh, no.
No! Oh, it hurts.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, but look how beautiful she is. She's staring right at my peacocks.
He was on the top of the 8. Holy cow!
Oh.
I don't think you shuffled it quite enough then.
You know what? Yeah, I'll blame my shuffle for that, and I have no regrets.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
So now we are going to do a flip, a flip, a flip, and a
Oh,
flip.
that's right. That's right. Okay. I'm just gonna put her over here, and then we're gonna do that.
So the top row is always negative. Everything else below is positive. And if you completed the peacock, you get 1 point for every card in that peacock.
Okay. I do. Like, I need some math here. She's busting out the napkin and the Sharpie.
Oh boy.
Where's the abacus?
Right?
It's in my other office.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in here so that the folks at home can count along with me in our heads so that we don't distract everyone else. Also, what is that number?
It helps
That's a
just to
zero.
cancel out
That's a zero.
numbers.
Okay. So this is the very exciting part of the video where you listen to us think hard.
I got my number. I don't think it's very good, but we'll see
How about here?
how it works out.
Actually,
While you're doing numbers, I was going to say if you wanted to turn your camera towards me, I could show people the scoring of mine real quick.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Hold on. Because I've written all my numbers down, so I just have to math. Okay, great. You want me to rotate the camera, which I am doing right now.
So for my scoring, I go peacock by peacock, which some people do differently. I think Brendan will tell you a different way. But this one here is 7 minus the 1, so I've got 6 here. I cancel out within the peacock. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top. That's negative. I just cancel out this 5, leaving me with 14 points here. I got my 5 minus the 2 here, so that's 3. And then this major peacock is 7 minus 7, so it's 0. However, the bonus for completed peacocks is 1 point per card. So really, I've got 3 cards here, 3 cards here, and 3 cards here, and then another 6 cards here. So that's a 15-point bonus in addition to the 6, 14, and 3. So I have 38 points for my peacocks.
Very impressive.
All right, we'll scoot over to Brendan, and we actually will scoot over to Brendan this time.
So I was a little too ambitious and did not finish this bird, but there's a lot of cards, so it's going to carry me. I don't feel like I have to do all the scoring rundown for everyone, but another way, I really like Chris's way of doing the scoring. I think I'm going to teach people how to do it that way in the future. For my brain, one other way that I can teach you quickly, I like to pull off all my first row because I know those are all negatives. So then I'll sum these. I'll count my bonus points. So here I only had 9 bonus points. So then I subtract all of these negatives from my 9. I ended up with, I think, -8. Was that right? I don't remember. I got 38. I'm not going to do the whole scoring for everyone.
Tied at 38.
So we tied at 38.
Let's see what the others have here.
All right. I'm going to rotate Spencer. You want to go next since my camera's scooting over here?
So I know exactly what I did wrong, and that is I went too slow. Yeah, so I only had 1 completed peacock, and you can see everyone else had multiple completed peacocks, but I went too slow. I recognize that. But in the end, I did get 31 points, which isn't terrible, but obviously not 38, if my math checks out.
That can confirm, don't need the abacus. That
Wonderful.
31 is indeed less than 38. You have the little alligator is going to eat the 38 because it's bigger.
Wow.
It's a hungry, hungry alligator.
All right.
Okay, and then we come to me with this nonsense.
Wow.
So the answer, I don't have a way of scoring. I just write a bunch of numbers down and then do a lot of math. But it came out to, well, this is going to sound anticlimactic, but it came out to 57 points.
Wow.
Whoa!
Does someone want to check my math on that?
Well, let's see. You got 6. That cancels this. That's 7. 14, 21, 29. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely beat us. I don't know if you had the right number, but yeah, you definitely beat us. So let's pretend that Risa wasn't playing this game and we had tied at 38. How would we know who won the game?
Whoever played more peacocks.
Yes, whoever completed more peacocks. So in this case, I was feeling all, like, yeah, look at me with my 4 complete peacocks. Yay! And then over here, Risa had to come in. Now, let's check the tape. All the times Risa said, I don't have a plan. There's no plan. I'm terrible at Tabletop Simulator. She was drooling. She was making it all up because she was a shark. She is a Enchanted Plumes shark. I'm going to call it right now, making t-shirts about it. She's an Enchanted
shark.
Oh, no.
Right.
Sorry.
Now it's stuck in my head.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I win! Yay! That's so exciting.
Well done, Risa.
This actually, is this the first time I've ever won this game?
No, it's the first time you've ever won any game.
That is probably true. For someone so competitive, I'm actually not that great at winning games. So this is very exciting. I got really lucky in that I pulled two 8s and a 7 right at the end. So
Nice.
We're also pulling phantom cards from corners that didn't exist. So I'm going to have to check the code to make sure you weren't hacking Tabletop Simulator.
I don't know how Tabletop Simulator works, Chris. I don't know anything about it.
No, me no Tabletop Simulator. This was such a blast. And that just goes to show, I mean, you can start off with what feels like a tough draw. You can not think that you're doing well. And then as the game goes on, you manage to find your way to get some cards that you need. And then, I mean, Risa pulled it off in a major way. So that's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah, this was super fun and a really nice way to kind of get the feel of the game and get to play even when I can't be at a table with all of my friends. So thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Brendan, the designer of Enchanted Plumes.
Likewise, thank you so much. This was so much fun just getting to play a 4-player game with y'all. I want to play again.
I did too. Maybe we'll play again, but we won't make everyone sit and watch this one. This one will just be for us.
For everyone who watched all the way through, have at it. Enchanted Plumes is available on Tabletop Simulator. You just go to Steam and subscribe. The link to it is on the Kickstarter page, and you can try it yourself during the Kickstarter campaign. And then go ahead and pledge. Grab yourself a physical copy of this thing, because when you get it and you can sit down at a table and play it with people that you care about, it's such a wonderful time.
It's fantastic. Thank you all so much for joining us. We're so excited to have gotten the chance to do this. And if you're watching, give us a comment. Let us know what you think about the game, and we hope that you'll back it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.